Welcome back to today's economic news. I'm John, your trusted source for dissecting the economic policies and legislative dramas that affect our wallets, our families, and our future. Today, we delve into a story that should boil your blood, a tale of political gambits and missed opportunities where the ultimate victims are some of the most vulnerable among us, children battling cancer. We're talking about the recent controversy surrounding the bipartisan Give Kids a Chance Act, a bill designed to fast-track drug development for pediatric cancer, yet torpedoed by the relentless currents of political power plays. Now, before we get into the gritty details of what's happened, let's set the stage. Why should you be angered by this? Well, imagine for a moment if it was your child, your niece, or nephew desperately needing cutting-edge treatment, only to learn that their lifeline is tangled in a web of legislative squabbles. These are not hypothetical consequences. They are stark realities for families already grappling with the harsh financial and emotional toll of cancer. So stay with me as we unpack how a piece of legislation meant to bring hope has morphed into the latest casualty of political chess games. Before we look at today's disaster, we need to turn back the clock to 2010 when the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, reshaped the landscape of healthcare funding in the U.S. This sweeping legislation aimed to widen access to healthcare, especially for underserved communities, through provisions for community health centers. Fast forward to the present, where political oscillations, primarily motivated by the Republican pushback, have systematically targeted funding mechanisms of the ACA, including facets critical for pediatric cancer research. We find ourselves amidst an era where ideological divides have become so entrenched that critical health initiatives frequently falter under bipartisan pressures. And now, in 2024 and 2025, instead of focusing on the life and death stakes of pediatric cancer funding, Congress is bogged down by internal squabbles. The Give Kids a Chance Act, which had the potential to carve inroads into cancer research, now faces a bleak reality of zero funding due to legislative failures for 2 consecutive years. This deadlock isn't just about politics. It's a catastrophic lapse in meeting the moral obligation we owe our children. Let's talk numbers and facts to put things into perspective. Senator Bernie Sanders has come under fire for his stance. The supposed savior of many progressive health policies, he has paradoxically been depicted as the villain here, accused of sacrificing children's health at the altar of his political agenda. The mainstream narrative is relentless. His refusal to endorse the act without attaching community health center funding is seen as a stark betrayal. Consider this: 2 consecutive years of legislative blockage mean that not a single dollar from federal funding goes toward this critical research. $0. Think about that. That's like going to buy a car you desperately need to get to work and finding out the bank claims you owe them your entire life savings just to sit in the dealership. How is it that even in the dire need to combat pediatric cancer, these children are left waiting while adults squabble over whose name is on the funding envelope? Direct quotes from the Senate floor reveal the frustrating dramatics at play. What's happened right here? In front of us, the Grinch is stealing kids' lives, and they're stealing hope from the families that might have an opportunity just to try for a political agenda, laments one. And yet, you have Senator Sanders defending his amendments, saying this is not a radical amendment. I'm not coming here saying, let's do something we've not talked about. Rhetorical questions abound. Do they think we are stupid? How can they justify decisions that hold children's lives ransom to political gains? Let's dig deeper into the libertarian lens that offers a stark critique of what this debacle represents: inflation and economic theft. As families struggle with sky-high medical bills without support, taxpayer dollars vanish in the ether of political fighting rather than delivering tangible results. It's a slap in the face to every citizen who expects their leaders to prioritize life-saving research over their power plays. Government incompetence is showcased at its zenith here, a circus of inaction where legislative paralysis directly endangers lives. When did the welfare of sick children become a footnote in a bigger political theater? And the erosion of freedom. Imagine a world where access to essential medical treatment is contingent upon the whims of political elites. Our healthcare system, which should be a beacon of liberty, devolves into a bargaining chip. Is this the America we want to hand down to our children? where their survival hinges on the caprices of political allegiances. So let's recap. We've got a bill designed to propel pediatric cancer research to the forefront, hitting a brick wall of zero funding, courtesy of legislative failures fueled by political bickering. Families watch helplessly as their hopes are systematically dismantled. If you're tired of footing the bill for bureaucratic failures, while vulnerable children pay the ultimate price, make your voice heard. Hit subscribe and join the conversation. I'm John, and you've been watching today's economic news. Till next time, let's keep pushing for the accountability and change our society desperately needs.